Are we live on it right now? I think probably.
Yeah, I'm refreshing just to make sure.
Yep.
All right, looks like we're live. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Modern Mortgage Show, where I interview mortgage professionals who share their stories and modern information about the industry. I'm your host, Rocco, and I'm super thrilled to introduce my guest. His name is Mark Jarbo, and he's the branch manager at Success Mortgage Partners out of Sterling Heights, Michigan. Mark, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Rocco, for having me, man. I really appreciate you taking the time out to have an interview with me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. So, Mark, why don't we just start off the show? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and give us a brief introduction?
My name is Mark Jarbo, and I've been in the mortgage industry close to 10 years now. I joined Success Mortgage Partners close to 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. And I've taken a rocket ship to the moon ever since. Probably with one of the greatest companies in the mortgage industry today that I know of right now.
Awesome. So, you said you've been in the industry for about 10 years.
Yep.
Did you do any type of work before you got into the industry?
I used to be a chef.
Oh,
So
really?
I love to cook.
Awesome.
One of the funnest things I love to do. Besides mortgages, I love to cook.
So, what made you want to get into the mortgage industry when you were a chef?
Um, 10 years ago, actually, yeah, about 10 and a half, 11 years ago, I lost everything.
Hmm.
So there's a little bit of a story behind me, and I basically was ground zero for a long time and got into real estate, started dabbling with it, and didn't have much success because you need money to stay into real estate. And at the time, I
Mhm.
wasn't financially stable enough, so I got into mortgages with a group of people, and basically I cold called for almost 3.5, 4 years almost, and then from there I took my career to Wells Fargo, was there for a while, and then basically went into. I was going to go into another business with a group of guys that didn't pan out, and I ended up with my partner now. His name is Ramsey Faraj. He's been in the business 25 years. He's a veteran in the business. He's phenomenal. He's amazing, and him and I took this thing to the next level, basically.
Well, awesome. That's an amazing story. So, we're in a very weird time right now and very weird situation. So, what are you guys doing to get through this disruption and uncertain period of time?
So first, I want to thank all the first responders and all the people, the nurses, the doctors, the scientists, the government, and everybody, and what is happening today. I want to thank all of them for their hard work, their dedication to all of us. We are in a bad time, but we are also, hopefully going to come out of this very, very soon. I always look at things to the positive. I really don't like to you know make things negative. It just
Mhm.
doesn't make any sense. It doesn't help the cause. You know what I mean? If I stay negative, what is that going to do? At the end of the day, I need to stay positive, stay focused, and keep moving on. But the things that we're doing is basically taking the time to go through our pipeline. We have a very, very big pipeline.
Mhm.
I have a super team. I have a staff of four amazing women that work tremendously hard day to day. We had a massive March, which was great, thank God. Hopefully, things come back and we'll have a really great April, and it'll be okay. But these girls are my super team. They're the backbone of and foundation of our company, Ramsey and I, and basically they put us, on a pedestal, and they work very hard for us. My head lead processor, she's the chief operations manager for my entire office. Her name is Rania. She's dedicated every single day. I have her. She's a vice manager with her, Rebecca Sessi. She's amazing. She basically like same as Rania. She puts us at the top of her list every single day as far as work wise. We have another amazing, great processor, Katie Vlies. She's phenomenal. She works tremendously hard. And we recently hired another really, really great talent, Stephanie Boker. She is phenomenal, great people. I have an active marketing girl. Her name is Randy. I like to shout these people out because they are important to me. Randy does my marketing. she does the Facebooks, and a lot of people message me on Facebook and stuff, and I rarely really review my messenger because she basically runs that. Our social media outlets, every single one of them, basically Randy handles all that. And then I have my personal assistant Valentina, which basically takes information from me. I do reviews, and we go from there. We take get the people their pre-approvals and whatnot. Ramsey basically writes loans like me and helps me to maintain the pipeline, dedicated every single day. Him and I basically dedicate to our entire team. We do have 4 other LOs that are on board with us too. Mazen, Diana, Mary, and we recently brought another guy on. Not going to say any names yet because he doesn't want to be named off yet, but soon enough, he's going to be a massive producer. What we try and do, and I'm going to answer your question so people know what we're doing right now through this hostile time, is we're taking it one day at a time. Mm-hmm. Because what else can we do, right?
Yeah.
We try and help one person at a time. Their purchases are kind of, in slow motion, but we never forget our realtors. What we're doing is contacting our realtors, making sure that they know we are here for them. Right now, that is all that matters to me. They are the foundation of our business, all our realtor partners. Every single day, if they have questions, if they need anything from us as far as mortgage-wise, we're there for them. Mm-hmm. That's the main number one thing that I would suggest to anybody that's out there is keep focused on your realtor partners. Make sure that you don't forget them, because in this environment, we tend to forget. We tend to not call. We tend to, get busy shuffling paper around. Don't. Mm-hmm. That will hinder your business moving forward for the future. There is a refis, and we take care of people as well. The refi boom is good, as everybody knows it right now. But our focus is maintaining our realtor partners, maintaining our clients, making sure that everybody understands the volatility of what's happening, keeping everybody positive, and reassuring people that we're eventually going to get out of this and everything is going to go back to normal, hopefully. Might not go back to normal, overnight, but it's going to go back to normal.
Yeah, absolutely. And moving along with that, expanding off that. So what we're seeing right now in the industry, what do you see happening in the future when this does blow over, hopefully in a few months?
Here's my take, right? I've been in this industry for quite a long time, and I've seen the ups and downs and what's happened throughout the history. And what we see is in our country, every 8 to 10 years, right? This wasn't supposed to happen, and my theory is this wasn't supposed to happen. Well, it did. Mm-hmm. And the outcome is going to have an effect. But I do a lot of research. I am staying up late. I'm sure a lot of people are like insomniacs right now, and they're like trying to figure out something to do at nighttime and whatnot. But for me, I've been doing some research, and I found this article that said Michigan, is going to be hopefully okay. Here's the thing, you have New York, you have California, you have all these other states that have a lot of tourism, right? Michigan, we're the car industry. We have manufacturing. Our market should stay okay. It should stay strong. A lot of people are coming to me, well, I'm going to back out of this deal because, I can't go through it because I know the market's going to tank and it's going to crash and houses are going to go so low and we're going to save money. But I really don't truly believe that. I don't think that's going to happen. My theory, I don't know. I'm not if I was a guru of the market or housing market I can understand, but I'm not. I'm a branch manager. I'm a mortgage guy. I'm a sales guy. I write business, and I don't call myself a sales guy. A lot of people say, oh, this is sales, but I don't think it's sales. I think it's a person-to-person interaction, and more so than anything, it's a partnership. Even with my clients, even with my realtor partners, it's a partnership. At the end of the day, it's a relationship, and that's what how I look at it. But as far as the market tanking, and some places are going to get hurt, but hopefully not like we did back in 2007 and 8 and 9.
Well, let's hope. And so shifting gears here. So you started 10 years ago. When you first started, what were some struggles or obstacles that you had faced early on?
So I knew what a mortgage was.
Hmm.
I never knew how to do a mortgage, right? But I took the I've been dealing with people. Like I just told you, I'm a people person. I love people. I like to deal with tons of people. That helped me. That staged a big position for me as far as where I am today.
Hmm.
Because being a people person, you can adjust to everybody. If you love people, people are going to love you back. There's just no other way about it. That's my take on it. But adjusting or learning the business, yeah, you got to learn a new business. I'm not, cooking for 300 people now. I'm catering to one person, assessing his situation, and then catering to that.
Hmm. Yep. So a people person should adapt well in any business.
100%. That's my take.
Hmm.
People might have different opinions, and that's their opinion, and I respect everybody's opinion.
So branching off of that, what tip, or if you were talking to yourself 10 years ago, or if you were talking to a loan officer that's just starting out, what advice or tips would you give to him?
I would say, let's say I was going to hire somebody, right?
Hmm.
And that's, I'm in right now. A lot of people would say, oh, it's not the time to hire. Well, guess what? It might be a great time to hire right now, right? I'm business as usual. Success Mortgage Partners is a great company. They've held their stance on what's happening. They've taken the right course, the right position, and showing to all their team members and everybody that is with Success Mortgage Partners that their stance on all of this is business as usual. We're going to do our part. So we are open next year. Lots of people will be hurting. And I hate to say this, it breaks my heart. I have
Hmm.
tremendous amounts of friends out there, an ample amount of LOs, an ample amount of managers and colleagues and whatever you want to call it. I don't want to see anybody hurt. There's enough to go around for everybody. I always tell people I'm not in the business to go against anybody or have competition because there's too much business out there,
Hmm.
and everybody can take a piece of that pie. I'm not going to take away from my friend's business, take food off of his family's plate to put in front of my family's plate. I don't believe in that. But as far as an LO coming into this business now, I would say to them, if they're coming on board with me, that we can help build their business, that they don't need to be nervous, that we're going to train them, give them all the right information so that they can go out and do their due diligence and start building partnerships with people that they know in the beginning. You always want to start at, point A, your phone, right? So go through all your contacts,
Hmm.
you know, and get with everybody that you know. Hey, guess what, Rocco? I'm in the mortgage industry now, man. I just want to let you know that just in case somebody, you come across somebody that needs a refinance or, wants to buy a house, man, please let me know, man. So Rocco's my good friend, right? Rocco's going to keep me in his mind. Hey, and I know that guy, Mark, man, he got into the industry and I think I'm going to, pass him over. I'm going to introduce him to somebody. We don't like to use the word referral, but introduction.
Hmm.
Introduction is a very nice word. When you introduce someone to someone, it's so much more respectful than saying, hey, man, I'm giving you a referral. So this person or this human being becomes just an object? No. To us, we don't like to make people an object. We like to treat them like people,
Hmm.
like family.
Yeah, and I definitely agree. Going back to there's enough for everyone going around. I have definitely have that abundance mindset as well, where there's more than enough for everyone. Uh,
Oh,
everyone
oh,
there's more than enough business to go around for everyone. So there's really no.
oh. I do loans in Michigan and Florida, too. We are licensed in Florida, and my branch is licensed in Florida and Michigan. So, I mean, if we have friends in Florida, we have family there, and if there's a person that somebody wants to introduce me to, no problem. I'll take care of them. I'll do that as well. That's not a problem at all.
Definitely. So moving along, in recent years, technology has really made its way into the industry. So
Yep.
how would you say this has affected you and your business?
So technology is a big, huge thing for us. Success Mortgage Partners took on rebuilding our infrastructure as far as technology to have the quietest. I'm sorry, to have the most advanced technology that's out there. Our systems are extremely advanced. We move at the speed of light. We basically can, we have something called the Success Express, basically where somebody can, you know, fill in their own application. We pull in their documents. We get all their stuff done. As far as technology, I mean, based on we have everything. Like now, I'm at home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do my part and staying home. This morning, I got up and I went to my office and I kind of organized a few things. And I live about 45, 50 minutes away from my office. It's disheartening to see the office is empty and there's nobody there, and it is what it is. But I got to take the goods with the bads, and roll with the punches. But all my technology, basically, I had all my girls, my entire staff, take their monitors home, their computers, and their laptops, docking stations, all that stuff. And basically, we're really advanced in technology. We have a system that's built foolproof, and we're doing really, really well with that.
So are there any modern strategies? You mentioned a few, but modern strategies in terms of technology or social media that you guys are using to, pull in more business or maintain better relationships or just even organize and systemize your business?
Yes, we have what we have is our total expert is basically our life. Everything is in there. It's our CRM. It's how we put everything together in total expert. When someone works with me, as far as realtors wise,
Hmm.
we allow them to have a vanilla version of that, so that, like, let's say you're a realtor and Rocco, hey, I'm having an open house this Saturday, man, at 3 o'clock. But this just kind of abruptly came up, man, and I need some flyers. Some companies don't have access to making a flyer all off the rip. So we have Total Expert, which helps us. That advanced technology is probably the most amazing. We make flyers off the rip.
Hmm.
We pull in the MLS. We get all the information of the house, the realtor, my picture, the realtor's picture, all our information, the house. It's a beautiful open house flyer, and that's just one of the small things that version of Total Expert does for them, and they can do it off the rip. They print it out, take it to FedEx or take it to a copy place or whatever. Print out 15, 20 of those flyers. Also, we have a lead capture system where they can download our system Total Expert into like an iPad, and basically like a lead capture. They
Hmm.
put it in front of people. As people walk in, they just fill out their information. It captures the lead. The lead can go to me and the realtor at the same time. I get the hit. I pick up the phone. Hey, Mr. Smith, how are you? Just calling to see. It looks like you were at 55512 John Road, and it looks like you're looking to buy a house, man. How can I help you, man? I'm the licensed mortgage guy working with the real estate agent. So I mean, we have all those advancements in technology and whatnot, and we keep building on top of that as well.
Hmm.
But those are some of the cool things that we have that not a lot of companies have.
Very interesting. Yeah, technology definitely, like you were saying with the flyers and stuff like that, lead captures definitely allows like tedious tasks to be automated and streamlined, just quicker, more efficient ways. And you guys said you're building on it. Do you have a prediction or anything you seeing where do you see all of this going in the future in terms of technology in the mortgage industry specifically?
Well, as far as I see it now, I mean, with what happened now, this situation, um, it's how should I say it? It's going to change the industry a little bit. People are probably going to push to have closings done online.
Mhm.
Um, that sort of thing is going to probably happen. Which, look, at the end of the day, technology is going to keep advancing, And it's not going to be to the point where we don't need a human to do
Yeah.
the job.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll ever happen. And if it does, it does. But I don't think that's anywhere probably what I'm not going to see in my lifetime. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe another 5, 10, 15 years. I don't know. You know what I mean? I think it'll advance. But who knows to what? Every day something new comes out. There isn't something, and it will drive you nuts. Have and my most precious possession,
AirPods.
I literally can't live without my AirPods. Because think about it. The technology in this, you got it in your ear, you can write, you can talk, you can type, you can look in, we're on your emails as you're doing. This is amazing. And I know it's so minute, right? We say, oh, but think about holding the phone all day like this. I mean, it'll drive you crazy. And you're trying to type or you're trying to write. And I think that's a great piece of technology for me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, to others might say, hey, that's really, not that big of a deal. But it is a big deal because I get more done as I'm on the phone, doing what I'm doing every single day.
Absolutely. And going back to what you said about the human touch, I agree with that. Like I said, it definitely allows you to streamline tasks and automate more things, but I feel there's always going to be that human touch and human element into it.
It has to, Rocco. I mean, at the end of the day, when you're sitting across somebody and you close their loan, I take so much pride and joy and love into that. It just makes me feel so good knowing that this family has a home. See, I lost my home back in 2000 and it was around 2007, 8, no, 2009. 2009, I lost my home. I know how it feels to pain in the sense. And when somebody's buying a home, I know the joy of it because in 2015, I was able to get myself back on my feet. I worked hard, long hours. I was working extremely hard. And back in 2015, when I bought a home, it was probably the most joyous moment that anybody can probably go through, besides having children and, living your life. But I was happy for my family, for my wife, for my kids. And, I like to make people happy. And I'm going to do my best for everybody. I'm like they call us the doctors of mortgages, Ramsey and I, because we really help people to get into homes when they can't with other lenders. You know what I mean? We make sure all their stuff is in a row and we explain the whole process to them and what they're going to go through. And we're very transparent. We don't need to hide anything from anybody because there's no reason to. It doesn't make any sense for us to hide anything from anyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And last question here. So going off that, would you say the most satisfying or rewarding thing about your job is just helping them, get into that new home?
Most satisfying thing, I'll be honest with you, is meeting people, getting in touch with different people every day. My team makes me happy. Um, they're my family. They're my second family. We work so hard together every day. It's a little bit disheartening, like I said. Going into my office today and not seeing everyone. And I quarantined for 14 days. I did what I was supposed to do. And I did my part. And I want to keep going on that. And tell everybody that the most important part is right now just getting through this time. Stay positive, stay focused, and don't let nothing bother you. At the end of the day, it's all going to come back to normal. We're all going to get back to work. It's just the moment that we're in. Just cherish the moment. You know what I mean? I found out a lot of stuff about my 13, 14, actually he's going to be 14-year-old. I found out a lot of great things about my son, that I hadn't known if I wasn't home these past 14, 15 days. And it really makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes me happy to have an amazing family, supportive team, and the owners of this company, Success Mortgage Partners, they're phenomenal. Kevin Broughton, Owen Lee, Vince Lee, they're just unbelievable people. My partner Ramsey, we fought through a lot of stuff, me and him, and gotten through it. And built a very successful, pleasant, respectful place to be at every single day, and I love that.
Definitely, and I definitely agree with your point. We should just be making the best of these times that we're in right now.
Yep, that's all we could do, man. It's just we gotta stay focused and positive. That's it.
Absolutely. Well, Mark, I really want to thank you so much for taking the
Thank you,
time out
man.
of your day to come on the show today. I really appreciate your time.
I appreciate you more. Thank you for having me, man. I hope you stay safe and you and your family, brother.
Thank you. And to all the viewers watching, we'll see you again next episode.